and it's at least twice as easy. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I've had a long-standing feud with one of the most prevalent iconic weapons in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, the not-so-humble Power Sword. Now, my feud goes back through the ages, but it really stems on the fact that I think that most painters' depictions of a Power Sword are not really what I envision when I think of one. There's like lightning bolts, and there's like blue and like gradients from white to black, and it's a lot. It's just a lot. For me, as someone who prefers a more grounded, realistic style when I'm painting my miniatures, I want to actually try and depict this as a field that is around a normal weapon instead of something that feels kind of like it's just made out of pure energy, which is what I kind of get the vibe of when I see these other painted Power Swords. Luckily, I found out a way that's pretty good to do it, pays homage to the original kind of scheme, and is a whole lot easier. Let's get into it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to light up the little diode on the sword itself. This is a source of light, and we have pre-painted it white while using just metallics to color the rest of the sword. We're going to pick out that with some orange fluorescent paint, as is tradition for my army. And then we're going to basically do the power field style gradations, but only on half of the blade. Starting in the bottom inner corner, we're going to slowly build up layers of orange paint, kind of watered down with some glaze medium to keep a nice controllable consistency while making it slightly more transparent. After we have a couple layers there, we switch to the outer top edge, where we repeat the process, increasing concentration near the tip. After that's done, that's most of our work already. We just have to do the same thing on the other side, and maybe do a couple more passes to make sure those transitions are looking pretty smooth. The last step is to just drag some more of that orange fluorescent paint down the seams of the blade, the edges if they're applicable, when they're applicable, and the part in the middle that splits the two edges of the sword. And after that, you have a pretty convincing looking field effect, something that isn't a part of the blade itself, but is rather swirling and torrenting around the sword as it is powered up. For me, it fits a lot more with what was in my head when I picture these power fields being turned on. And it does seem to have a little bit more of that realistic vibe with the peak of the metallics underneath the blade and things like that. Overall, though, I think the main benefit is it only takes about a third of the time as doing a traditional Power Sword effect. Instead of managing like 2, 3, 5 gradations, you're really only having to do one gradient from your chosen light source color to the metallic that's already done. And so with that time saved, you can just move on to other models and enjoy your great looking Power Sword. But what do you guys think? Does this cut the mustard, so to speak? And without further ado, let's show off my now fully painted series of AdMech assassins. Well, I very much hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to throw it a like if you did. Trying out these sort of more quick tip videos occasionally to spice things up a little bit. And what do you think of the power sword effect? Let me know in the comments down below. Does it look like a power sword to you guys? As always, for more painting tips, kit bashing builds, and all around nonsense, make sure you stay subscribed, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!